Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best Wi-Fi extenders.
Starting at number 5.
Linksys Atlas Max 6E. The Linksys Atlas Max 6E was the first mesh Wi-Fi router we tested that beat the Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi 6E, RBKE963, in terms of overall throughput. At 15 feet, the Atlas 6E had a throughput of 1.189 gigabits per second of data, which stayed strong at 25 feet, 1.008 gigabits per second, before dropping to 382.2 megabits per second at 50 feet. Each Atlas Max 6E device has 12 amplified antennas, 1.5 gigabits per second one input port, for downstream gigabit LAN ports and a USB 3.0 port for attaching a storage device. Just as important, each unit can be configured as the host router or satellite during setup. We also like the fact that it comes with a 3-year warranty and lifetime support, which blows away the competition. However, the Linksys Atlas Max 6E is a much larger mesh Wi-Fi system than the likes of the Aero 6E or the Nest Wi-Fi Pro. Just like with the Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi 6E, RBKE963, you'll want to make sure you have enough room for the router and its satellites before picking one up.
Coming at number 4.
TP-Link Deco XE75. The Deco XE75 from TP-Link is available in either 2-packs or 3-packs, and this mesh router system provides an inexpensive way to create a Wi-Fi 6E network that can fill your whole home with a strong Wi-Fi signal. Each of the 2 or 3 nodes can act as either a satellite or a router, and they all have 3 Ethernet ports that can be used to hardwire devices or as a wired access point. In our testing, the Deco XE75 had excellent data flow through walls, close up and at middle distances with a throughput of 1.220 gigabits per second at 15 feet. While you can use the 6 GHz band to connect newer computers and phones, you can also use it for wireless backhaul between the unit designated as the router and the satellites. One downside to the XE75 is that its Ethernet ports only support 1 gigabit per second, which is why TP-Link just released the Deco XE75 Pro, which features a 2.5G Ethernet port for multi-gig connections.
At number 3.
Asus ROG Rapture GT6. The Asus ROG Rapture GT6 is a mesh router designed specifically for gamers that pushes Wi-Fi 6 to the max part of Asus Republic of Gamers line. This mesh Wi-Fi system is available in a 2-pack and can cover up to 5,800 square feet with a strong Wi-Fi signal. Unlike other mesh routers that are meant to be tucked away and hidden out of sight, the Asus ROG Rapture GT6 stands out with its trapezoidal shape and built-in RGB lighting. Under the hood, the GT6 has an array of 9 antennas for better coverage, and on the back, there's a 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet port as well as 3 gigabit Ethernet ports and a USB 3.2 port for accessing data from a storage device across your network. Since the GT6 doesn't ship with Wi-Fi 6E, it's limited to a single 2.4 GHz band and a pair of 5 GHz bands. However, besides using 160 MHz data channels and beamforming, it creates 2x2 2.4 GHz streams as well as 4x4 5 GHz transmissions to reach a maximum throughput of 10.1 gigabits per second. In our testing, we were pleasantly surprised by how the GT6 was able to meet the Orbi RBK852 in terms of raw performance while also being cheaper.
Number 2 of my list.
TP-Link Deco B85. The TP-Link Deco B85 is the first mesh Wi-Fi system with Wi-Fi 7 on board. This comes with a number of performance-enhancing features like the combination of ultra-wide 320 MHz data channels for KQAM and multi-link operation, MLO, which allows it to aggregate multiple data channels. All of these upgrades make the TP-Link Deco B85 the fastest mesh Wi-Fi system you can get right now, but it comes at a steep price, with a 2-pack selling for $999 and a 3-pack available for $1,499. During our testing with a OnePlus 11 placed next to the Deco B85, we were able to reach speeds of 3.9 gigabits per second. As is common with the 6 GHz band, as we moved farther away from the router, Speeds dropped off quickly, though we still managed to get 1.7 gigabits per second at a distance of 15 feet. However, the Deco B85 still has a range of 100 feet. The Deco B85 is more than ready for multi-gig internet, and at the back, you'll find two 10 Gbps WAN ports, though one of them can be used as an SPF Plus fiber port. There are also two 2.5 gigabits per second Ethernet ports for connecting all of your wired devices, a WPS button for quick connections, as well as a USB 3.0 port for sending data over your home network using an external drive. The Deco B85 may be expensive, but that's the cost of being one of the first people to have a home filled with much faster Wi-Fi 7 data.
And number 1.
Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi 6E. Netgear's Orbi Wi-Fi 6E is easily one of the fastest mesh routers on the planet, and also the most expensive. But if you have money to spend, a very fast broadband connection and a large home, then this is probably the mesh system for you. The Orbi Wi-Fi 6E, model number RBKE963, can cover up to 9,000 square feet. Add a third satellite and you can go to 12,000 square feet. At a distance of 15 feet, the router's 6 GHz channel delivered throughput of more than a gigabit, the first mesh router to do so in our tests. Each unit has 12 antennas and 4 Ethernet ports, one rated at 2.5 gigabits per second, which is why this mesh Wi-Fi system is one of the largest around. After the initial setup process, the Orbi RBKE963 creates channels on the 2.5, 5 and 6 GHz bands, plus a fourth 5 GHz one for backhaul between units. This way you can get a strong Wi-Fi signal between the units without taking precious bandwidth away from your other devices. Netgear offers trial subscriptions to its Armor security software, which includes Bitdefender antivirus and parental controls. You'll also have to pay for tech support after 90 days though. If you can afford to pay for this mesh Wi-Fi system, you won't mind. If not, the Wi-Fi 6-based Orbi RBK852 further down on this list is a worthy alternative and half the price of this premium system.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.